Hey, good afternoon. This is Andrea and Avery from the Schmidt House. We're going to be working on a little project that's going to be done over several weeks probably. So this video may jump around, document stuff. So I don't know if you've noticed, but in our boat, our cushions are in pretty bad shape. And if you've watched some of our videos, you've probably noticed that. Let me kind of show you. So we got this boat, I don't know, I think we've had it for about 6 years now. And when we got it, everything was almost new looking. I mean, it was old. The boat's 20 years old, but it was new. And we had it covered with this big blue tarp, this cover. And unfortunately, a couple years after we got it, we kind of had some crazy stuff going on in our life. Not bad, good stuff. But we just ended up one summer not covering it. And it basically took a nosedive. So we finally built this new shed with this lean-to on next to it. So we've been keeping it covered when it was out in the sun with the blue tarp. We've been real good about it, but that one summer just did it in. So now that we've got it covered, we're going to try to take all of these cushions off. I've contacted an upholstery dealer in Bernie, and same place we take the boat to get fixed, the same city. So we're going to check her. She has good reviews. She's been real responsive on emails, but she needs some measurements. So she can give us an estimate, and then we'll go from there. So I may just. One day Harmony went to your school? Yeah. So anyways, we're gonna take these off and see if I can send her an email, if not tonight, tomorrow, with all the measurements and pictures of the cushions. And I'm kind of expecting an estimate, I don't know, maybe $4,000 to $5,000, maybe more than that. The only other thing is this captain's chair. I took the seat out. It's on the back porch right now. I'm gonna have to go get it in a minute. I'm thinking we can take the entire seat off and replace it, because I found captain's chairs on Amazon for $200 to $300, and maybe get one not as big. But I've got to figure out how to get this piece off under here that allows it to slide back and forth. And this captain's chair was pretty fancy. I don't need it that fancy. So we're gonna do a little work on it today. See if I can get some cushions off and take some measurements. And Avery's gonna help take documents or write down notes for me, okay? Okay, so it's a couple of days later, and I actually managed to finish taking off all the seats. I'll show you a little bit of close-ups in a minute. They weren't quite as in bad of shape as I thought. Actually, most of them were plastic. Most of them had a plastic backing that was a little thinner that could bend, and then the bottom had a heavier duty plastic. So I don't think wherever we end up getting it reupholstered that they'll have to replace all of that. The only thing that had wood in it was the captain's seat, and it was rotten. So our plan is to get a brand new complete captain's seat. I've already found a few on Amazon. I just have to see whether or not they will fit what we have here. And then I have sent all of our measurements in to this upholstery shop, as I mentioned the other day. I'm just waiting to hear back from them on cost. So let me just show you the boat a little bit right now. Okay, so you can see back here in the back, we have 14 cushions. This side panel, which is real thin, and they have that soft plastic on the back, not soft, but the thinner plastic. They slide in these holes and hook onto that, and there's actually no screw to remove. I had to remove a couple of screws down here on these bigger ones, and then it just slid up. And then again, the same thing on this side over here. I just took the seats off of the hinges. This spot ended up being the most difficult to remove. They had screws under here. One of them was only halfway drilled in. So I was able to get a pair of vice grips on it and get that out. There was another one right here that was just barely sticking out. I ended up getting that one out with a drill, electric drill. There was another one, I think, right here that I was able to just barely get out, get it going, and then I used vice grips to get it out. And then this last one, I couldn't get anything to turn it, and I probably messed up the head. So I lifted up the seat enough to get access with a saw to cut it off, and then as I was pulling up, it just popped off. So it was just sticking out here, and I saw there was this double-sided tape up here on the front too. So that's really what made it difficult. We will put that back on there differently. So I ended up just using a hacksaw and sawing that one off. There's the captain's seat. We're going to reuse this. If we have to, we'll put some other type of wooden base made out of cedar or treated wood and put the captain's seat on there. This thing is supposed to slide up and back, but It doesn't work, but I never used it anyways. I'd really like the captain seat to be smaller than the one we already have on here. It took up way too much room. And then this front, there were almost no screws in anything except for the seats down here. Again, just removed everything from the hinges there and then took it off. So when we put it back on, we'll have to determine if we're going to use screws or not. You can see there's where that base plate was, and there's no screw hole, so they didn't even put screws in. They just slid them on. And I think the pressure from all the other seats being in everywhere kept it in place, because they never moved. And we've had this boat now, I don't know, 6 years, 7 years, 6 years, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to show you all the seats in the back of the truck. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the 14 seats here in the back of the truck, and this worked out. Here's some with that harder plastic on the bottom. This was that corner piece that I said was so difficult to remove. You can see some of the screw holes that went into it, and then that tape. So they should be able to reuse this. And then these pieces are backs. These are seats. These are backs that have the holes in them, and all of those holes will slide into those little clasps, or whatever you want to call them. Those little metal clasps on the backs of the boat, and they just slide in there. And then some of them actually have, I don't know if you can see way over there, that's where we would put the screw in. So just a few of them have those. So we're just waiting for the lady to get back to us to see what it's going to cost. Carrie and I, like I mentioned, we've kind of made some guesses on what we think it's going to be. I guess he found an online Facebook page for hurricane dealers or hurricane owners that he was just talking to me about, and they've gotten them from as little as $1,000 all redone up to looks like $8,000 or $10,000. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see what this lady says. She has good reviews, and hopefully this will work out, and I can get these delivered to her here in the next week or so, so we can get this taken care of. Our next boating trip isn't scheduled until middle of November. I think November 11th in Aransas Pass. We've been there a few times, so we're going to go there again this year. Hopefully we can get this taken care of by then. I don't know, it looks like we've got some storms coming in the background, some pretty cool looking clouds. Just saw there was a tornado touchdown sometime where northeast of Burnett, up in Burnett County, I think, near Killeen. So hopefully we don't have any of that here tonight. Avery's got t-ball practice in a few minutes, but I think they're doing something that involves water. So I'm going to head over there in a few minutes. So I will follow back up with you here after a while. It might be a couple of days, it might be 6 months, to let you know how this all turned out with the seats, and then we'll get them reinstalled. So see ya here after a while.
There's nobody, yeah, exactly. And also the big shops, you know, they don't accept the small jobs.
Oh.
They don't accept small jobs. They just wanna, you know, they say no.
Yeah.
You know, we had people in.
Oh yeah, it worked out today.
Yeah, we called one other place in Kerrville, and she said she talked to the guy and he was kind of really grumpy on the phone. She goes, I don't want to deal with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dude.
Oh, we're fixing this up right here. Fixing this boat up.
Is that good?
Yes.
I thought you were videoing, that's why I moved it.
Video.
Mommy, we had that.
Yeah. So we just dropped the seats off. Well, they're gonna give us some pricing. I took a little video in there. I may have to do some talking over that, but we'll let y'all know what the price comes back at, and follow up with you here in a few days. Making a little video about this project. So. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, those look totally different.
Yes, we have the other pieces and the other room.
Yeah, I can go
Yeah,
Okay.
But they come really good, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Different, new.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the backs, we put some at the end. We put some plastic to hold because they were broken.
Okay.
Yeah, so we put some plastic.
Okay.
We put plastic like this.
Oh, okay.
Just to
Okay.
make them strong and hold them in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're doing all the staples. The old plastic on the
broken.
corners, it was not good. It was broken.
Oh, wow.
So we put this to make it. You know, we sanded and everything.
Okay.
So to give it the shape, and then we put the staples in there.
Okay.
And mostly the corners were the ones that were breaking, so we put a 1/4-inch plastics to
Okay.
back them.
Okay.
That way they're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And they all have their
Wow,
little
look how different
clips
they
and
look.
everything in
Okay.
place.
Man, that looks totally brand new.
Right?
It does.
Go ahead and start taking them out.
I need to put a towel down. There's something that's spilled in the back of the truck.
Oh,
I need
okay.
to pay for them too.
Yeah, no problem. Here, I'll get them ready and then
Okay.
Those aren't ours.
Okay. Okay. Who am I paying?
Me.
Okay. And he said a check was okay.
Yes, check is okay. Let me
Okay.
get all this stuff. Yeah, but it's gonna, we use all what I use is good stuff. So,
Okay.
so it will be last you for.
We've got it all covered.
Yeah, you,
protected.
it's
So.
a project that it needs to be a long-term project.
Today's the 27th. Yeah.
Yes. And I just do the the conditioning. You can buy any. You look at it online. Just look up for the marine vinyl conditioner. You can find it on Amazon.
Okay.
And just try to condition every once, maybe once a month.
Okay.
I will say if you are available, you have you boat
Yeah.
with you.
We use the
And,
boat 2 or 3 times a year.
Uh-huh,
We
okay.
don't use it a whole lot, so it's
Yeah,
normally
and you-
protected and covered.
Yes, but you keep it on your close to you, or you.
Yeah, it's
put
on
it-
our property. We
Yes,
have
you-
it. Yeah.
Well, even you don't use them a lot.
Okay.
Just go in there because the cover and the sun and the heat inside, it can
Okay,
make
can still cause
crack
problems.
through. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So any time like once a month,
Yeah.
and you still even if it's winter or whatever,
Okay.
you still go protected.
Okay.
That's
We can do that.
that's the only one to keep it because a lot of people think because it's marine, it's
Yeah.
gonna last forever.
Yeah.
Because it's marine. Yeah, it lasts a long time because it's a good vinyl. It's,
Okay.
we use the marine vinyl, the best on in here. That's in
Yeah.
the market. So, but yeah, it still need to be
Okay, we'll do that.
conditioning and makeup. Keep it soft and you see. Check the treatment.
Okay.
Check the treatment because it comes different things,
Yeah.
and it's not hard to do it. Or maybe sometimes it's just a spray.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's the one that is so cleaner, and then they sell less conditioning to protect.
Okay.
And give it protection on the top.
So we need the conditioner.
And the protection. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the conditioning and the protection.
Oh, protection.
But
okay.
if you, I can check online because we don't use one specific thing, but we try to look for something that is a good, it's a
Okay.
good brand and a good, it has a good stars, 'Cause
Okay.
if
Yeah,
you
we
just,
always look at the stars.
Yeah, because if you just whatever, sometimes it won't
Won't do
work.
it, yeah.
Yeah. So you have to all the time check on the reviews
Okay.
and everything. But we can check for you and I can send you a
Okay,
message.
yeah, that'd be great. Okay.
Because sometimes we call the companies and we ask.
Okay.
The same companies that sell the vinyl.
Yeah.
They tell us we use one that is called Sell Right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna put
Okay,
you
yeah.
the link in here.
Okay.
And then that way you can
Check that one out. Okay.
Yeah, because they have an online service.
Okay.
And and then you can look at it.
Okay.
And see. Let me write
Sounds
this in
good.
here. Because they have good stuff.
Okay.
So I have a
Well, we
good
wanted this to
stuff as
last
for
for a
that.
long time.
Yes.
We don't have to do this
will.
again.
Yeah. No,
No.
it's a big investment,
Yeah.
but you want to take a good care of that
Yeah.
because it's a good statement. It should last you for another 10, 15 years or more.
Okay.
Yeah. But
We'll
if
be
you
so
get
old
with
by
the-
then we won't be able to use the boat. We'll have to sell it. So.
That's what I say all the time, yeah, if it lasts the time that if I don't have to do it again,
Yeah.
somebody else has to do it,
That's
it's
right,
okay.
yeah.
And, yeah, paid. And I'm gonna put over here, Sell Right.
Okay.
Okay, as I look for
Okay,
vinyl
perfect.
treatment, and
Okay.
it has to call marine, okay?
Okay.
Marine vinyl treatment.
Okay.
And it will give you, let me see the date. If I don't put the date, she will kill me. My business and she will kill me.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is yours, and everything should be, you should have no problems at all, but if you, in any case that you have any problem, just let me know and I'll honor my word, I'll fix it, whatever.
Okay.
you know, whatever you have any problems, how we'll fix it.
Sounds
You
good.
just call me and let me know, and then you know we'll fix
Okay,
everything.
well, we're excited.
But I'm happy.
Yeah, we're
I'm
they look
happy.
good.
I'm happy. I check everything and I'm happy
Okay.
and everything. So if there is something that there's a little problem or whatever, don't think that I'll let it go. Because
Okay.
I'm happy with the job, but sometimes it happens. You
Okay,
know?
sounds
But
good.
thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you.
I'll have you
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to take this, Harmony?
Me and Anthony are done with our stuff. Oh, there was a raccoon kitty.
A raccoon kitty.
Yeah,
Okay, go.
a cat that went into the garbage can.
Yeah.
Up there, you think?
Put that under there. Man, these are heavy. They're a lot heavier than they were before.
Really?
Feel like it.
Well, she said she put thicker foam in there.
Yeah. Hey, girl, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness, look at this, Avery. These are new seats for our boat.
We got them from the upholstery place.
Since Avery won't sit up there.
I have to.
Because Harmony got up there a while ago and helped us. Do you want to go up there, help Avery, or no?
Can you hand it to Daddy?
I'm worried about putting these because he's talking about those staples.
Pizza. There's your fork. There's your pizza.
Okay, well, a while back, it's been a while for us anyways, we had a video showing us removing the cushions and talked a little bit about I was going to come back and let you know what it costs and all that good stuff. Well, we already got the cushions back, and it was several $1,000s to get them repaired, but I'll put all the details and everything in the description if you're interested in all that. But we picked them up this afternoon from Bernie, and if you check them out, we've got all 15 pieces. They turned out really nice. I mean, they look brand new.
Put the here blue.
Yeah, so those are the seats. And the other one was the back. You can see the backs have more of the blue on it. So hopefully here in the next few weeks we can get the boat cleaned up and do a little work on it. We need to do some buffing and kind of just clean the boat up and make it look a little bit nicer than it does right now. Make a few other repairs, and then we can get these reinstalled and then wrap this video up. We're gonna get the boat out tomorrow and see how dirty it is. It's filthy actually. And we want to clean it all up, get all this dirt off of it. We got some cleaner, and then we've got kind of a wax stuff. Not wax, because I don't think you're supposed to wax clear-coated boats, but like a clear coat cleaner that'll shine up the boat tomorrow. So I want to get all these hinges off and clean them up, and we were gonna, as you can see here, this probably wasn't a stainless steel screw somebody put in, so it rusted off, and so we need to get some new screws. You can see some others are rusting. Those are certainly rusted. You can see right there, so we want to get some new ones. Over here, I already kind of pulled some out a little bit with a screwdriver. This one, I don't know if it's broken off. Yeah, it looks like it might be broken off. So hopefully that crack's just in the top layer. But you can see we're getting some of these cracks in different places. But we're going to get all these off so we can clean that up tomorrow as well. So I've took off all of the hinges the other day off the seats with the bolts, and I've labeled everything in these baggies. This is number 2 above where the seat's stored. Anyways, just notes for myself. I know where they are. But we want to clean these up because we want to reuse the hinges. And as you can see on here, there's a little bit of rust. There's a little bit of rust on these hinges. It's not terrible. Let me see. You know, you can see some through this Ziploc bag. This one's, oh, that one's probably the worst. So, bought some of this Evapor-Rust, and you don't have to scrub. You just drop it in. It has this yellowish tint to it. If you can see that, there you go. You just drop the stuff in, and then Number two. You drop it in, and then you just let it sit from 30 minutes to 24 hours. So I'm going to drop these in, and it needs to be completely covered. Yeah, you can see some of this rust on the back there, on the front. So we're just going to drop all this in. And what's nice about this stuff is it says you can reuse it. Now, we ordered a kit with a bunch of different sized bolts, but we're going to clean these up anyways, just in case something doesn't fit or we don't have enough of something. Then I'm going to set this Ziploc bag underneath the cup. But they're labeled number 2, and the bags have numbers on them as well. This is one I took out of a floor connection. The other one was actually twisted off. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go through all of these, drop them all in the cups, and then I'll come back out tomorrow and check everything out. Okay, so it's 24 hours later. Let's see. I don't know if I'm supposed to even stick my fingers in this stuff.
What is that?
Let's see here. So this is the one that had, oh wow, it's completely different looking. Yeah. So this is a rusty piece of metal. This bolt head, or this screw head right here, that was all rusted up. And you can see the rust is gone, but it's not just falling out right now. So I'm gonna drop it back in there. I think we may leave it for 24 or another 24 hours.
Rico is here.
Yep, Rico's here. Some of it's coming off. Okay, I'm gonna let it soak for another 24 hours. We'll see how it does.
Try it again.
Okay. While we're replacing the upholstery and getting the boat cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and replace some of these cup holders. They are plastic like this, and some of them are broken in a real bad shape. So we're going to replace them with these stainless steel. They come with this little seal underneath, and you just pull off this piece of paper and it's sticky. So I've cleaned this edge real good, and then I'm going to take that piece of tape off and stick it down in there. And then I'm going to do these two over here as well. I just used a screwdriver to pop them out. I need to clean these up. You see how funky they are. And then we'll get those replaced as well. Okay, the next step is we're going to do a little bit of cleanup on the outside of the boat with some polisher or buffer. Down to our final step here on the boat, getting it its little makeover. Let me show you. We cleaned up all the hinges and everything, so reinstalled all of the hinges on the boat. A lot of it with new hardware, reused some of it. Bought this multi-pack of different sizes. So we've got all the hinges installed, and next up we're going to start putting the seats back in. finished with our makeover of the boat for the most part. Got a few little things left to do. So I'm going to show you around what all the seats look like now that they've been replaced, and try to do a before and after shot here at the end. So yeah, as you can see, everything looks good. It all got installed okay. A few little issues here and there, putting everything back into place. But for the most part, it was fairly easy. The one thing we have left to do is fix this chair. So I just have it sitting on here right now. We couldn't find a chair that had that same setup at the bottom, and I really wanted a smaller chair anyways. This one's a little bit low, so we're going to work on putting something underneath it to lift it up 2 or 3 inches, and then we're going to have a lot more room back here in the back of the boat. The stainless steel cupped out holders turned out really nice, so I may have to go ahead and try to do a few others that are scattered around the boat. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please like and subscribe. Our channel is the Schmidt House. We do a lot of different things outdoors. We do have several different videos on hurricane boats. This boat in particular, just doing some do-it-yourself projects around the house, so check those out. And if you want to see how we use it and our fishing trips, look for those on our channel as well. Thanks for watching.